Hi, welcome back to Commit to the Bit. Again, this is a musical podcast.
Wow.
Speaking of musical podcasts, I just love them all, first of all. Second of all, this doesn't have to do with musical podcasts, it just has to do with musical.
Oh, I was like, are there a lot of them?
I actually don't, I've never listened to one. But I love them, and I love that they're pursuing.
I bet there are musical podcasts.
And I love that they're doing that because the world needs that. Moving forward, do you remember? Obviously, you remember. We talk about this all the time. One time, you were going through a breakup, and
this is going to be a fun podcast.
I'm like, and you were really sad.
Like, do you remember that time you were having like as close to a breakdown as a human can get without being hospitalized? I'm like, sure, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so that moment in your life, you were going through this god awful, so sad breakup. Also, we found out he was cheating on you, and I mean, well, we already knew he was cheating on you, but like confirmed he was cheating on you. And it was just really, really
and
sad.
If you're listening, yeah, we found out.
Yeah, and this is how you're finding out that we found out, and we know, and we're not going to do anything about it, but talk about it.
Fucking 8 years later.
Yeah, and we're still upset about it.
Anyway, what you're trying to say, and I know it, is that we went and saw Mamma Mia 2 multiple times in theaters because it was the only thing that was like
couldn't make you feel anything.
I listened to Andante Andante by I said that so stupidly, by Lily James, I think her name is, so much. It was like in my top 3 Spotify songs for years. So shout out to bleep his name because
we hate you. It's so funny that you said that. That wasn't what I was going to mention, but yeah, no, what I was going to say is that one time when you were telling me about it and how sad you were, and you were just crying to me, and for some reason I just I couldn't think of any way to make you happier because you were just so sad that I started singing.
Let's do it together. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Ooh, child.
Things are gonna
get easier.
And that is genuinely the only thing that I could think of at the time to make you smile.
And granted, people, I was also going through a lot of mental health stuff at the time, but I'm having like genuinely a breakdown, like doing breathing exercises between my knees, and Petra's like rubbing my back, and she's like, "Oh, child, things are gonna get brighter." I was like,
and you know what? The funniest thing is, like, it wasn't even a bit. It was me being so earnest.
You were like, wait, I have an idea. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna put her back together with a song.
And I blame Glee.
It's still to this day when I hear that song. It does fucking make me laugh. That was like a real turning point in our lives. I mean, because it was like the first time I got my heart broken. But like, you and I spent, because Petra graduated a year before me, because famously she is a year older than me. And so she just,
I didn't
literally,
high school. Are you talking about high school?
Such a good friend. No, when I got my heart broken.
Okay, sorry. I'll cut all of this. Go ahead. Say genuine. Go back to me being a good friend.
I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I'm like, I lost my spot. Petra was genuinely such a good friend. She glued herself to my side because she was done with school and I was still in college. And boy, did we turn that tragedy of that heartbreak into comedy. Like, unfortunately, I do look back on that breakup like with so much laughter because we were so funny during it. I probably didn't feel that way at the time, but it's a pretty comical breakup.
You were like, guess what we're doing today? And I was like, I can guess. And you were seeing Mamma Mia And I go, here we go again.
Mamma mia! Here we go again! Kate's going through a massive breakup. I can't believe no musical came out for my most recent breakup. That was
so rude. You know what?
I really could have used Mean Girls the musical.
Willy Wonka the musical.
A couple years ago. Yeah, Christ. I just had to muscle my way through that breakup. No musical in theaters that year. I wonder what was in theaters. When the fuck did we break up? 20. What is this year? 20.
You should call him. Go ahead and ask.
Okay, to get me through that breakup, I could have gone and seen Top Gun, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
And you should have. I don't know why you didn't utilize that. Meanwhile, for my last breakup, what you made me watch was Fleabag, and I don't think I've ever uncontrollably sobbed so hard in my entire life.
Hey, my bad on that one. Yeah, that was probably not the best call. I was like, wait, I have the best idea of unrequited love in a heartbreaking, earth-shattering way. Would you like to see it? Oopsies! Yeah, so that's our plug for Fleabag. Best show ever. But yeah, if you're going through a breakup, definitely skip that and watch Mamma Mia 2. That will heal you, I promise.
Or Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
So yeah, exactly. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 really should have been my first move, but I was an idiot. Okay, I have something funny I remembered.
Go ahead.
From my past recent life experience. But I was on Twitter and I saw a photo of Paul Mescal in his little short shorts walking around New York City. And that's yeah. Oh yeah. And I liked it because obviously saved, retweet, the whole 9 yards. And then I immediately unliked it because in my mind I go, shoot, that would be so embarrassing because when I inevitably meet and date him and he goes through all of my Twitter likes and he sees that photo of him, he'll be like, that was fan behavior. Like he'll be like, ew, like you like have a Twitter. And I literally caught myself in the act of unliking a photo of a celebrity, being like, oh, that's going to be so embarrassing. Like if he ever finds out I did that. And I posted that on my Instagram and people replied. This girl that I'm friends with replied and said she doesn't follow Harry Styles on Instagram because when she meets him, she doesn't want him to see that she follows him. Yeah. And I was like, I'm glad we're all stable. I'm glad we're all doing really good.
I'm going to take this a step further, and I don't think you know this about... I can't say this. Actually, this is way too embarrassing.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it on the pod. Say it on the pod.
I'll say it. Just like such an embarrassing thing about me. I went through a midlife crisis, and I got really into K-pop during the... during the pandemic.
You're into.
No, I'm very into it. Okay. To be cringe is to be free moving forward. Okay, I made a fan account just on the off chance that these 7 Korean men from BTS ever find out that I'm a fan of theirs. They can't see that I follow them.
Oh my god, Petra, you are an adult woman.
I might have to cut.
I love it. No,
this.
Hey, don't you fucking dare. I just ruined my chances with Paul Mescal by talking about him on the pod. If he ever listens to this, him and Will Arnett, we're canceled. So you're keeping that in.
I actually have a chance, Kate. These 7 men who do not speak English.
And you're in a relationship, mind you.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm texting your boyfriend after this, telling him about your fan account.
What? You know what's crazy? He feels the same way about Harry Styles. He feels the same exact way.
Okay, got it, heard. Well, anyway, Paul, if you're listening to this, I don't run a creepy fan count. I'm like I'm just kidding, Petra. I respect you and I love you. If you had seen the way I acted about One Direction in my middle school years, I have no room to judge. Good Christ, have mercy. I was so weird about that. Okay. Well, we have another theme today. Could you even believe it? The theme of this podcast is bits in an awkward silence, which you might be surprised to hear. Petra and I often find ourselves in awkward silences, and boy, do we not like being quiet.
Could you tell?
If there is a quiet moment in life, I'ma fill it.
I'm so uncomfortable in silence. I literally I get like the chills. I have to say something, and it not always is
My
good.
therapist the other day goes, what happens if you just sit still and do nothing? And I was like, oh,
the world stops turning.
I was like, if I'm not talking, I'm sobbing. Petra and I have, practiced recording, and we've recorded before, and let me just tell you, the number one problem we have: 1, screaming in the mic; 2, talking over each other; 3, screaming in the mic while talking over each other. So you've come to the right place if you ever need to fill a fucking silence.
That's what a podcast is, right? Just filling the silence.
I wonder, we should keep a cuss word count for you and see if you ever do it.
I don't think I
Petra's
have I done one yet. Staff, go ahead and start that for us. Thank y'all.
Yep. Someone start writing that down. All right. You did your bit first last time. Mm-hmm. Shall Kate Spencer, this old goat, go for it?
I would love nothing more.
Actually, I'm younger than Petra. I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm younger than Petra. I'm a year younger than Petra.
Go ahead, queen.
She was actually held back in elementary school because she didn't have social skills.
Yeah.
Have I told you guys that?
Yeah, and that really explains the whole BTS fan account too. So, get to know me. Dropping more lore every single day.
If we could hold back again, we would, but she's out of school. So this is actually another. God, am I predictable? I'm scared now. This is a bit I have been doing since ever. I don't know when I started, or I don't know why I do this. The room gets quiet. A lot of times it's just me and one other person. No, if it's a group, but you really just kind of have to say it to one person in the group. It's a fun vibe, or it's not a fun vibe. Do it whenever you fucking want. There's no rules to this bit. I will turn to someone and I'll just go, hey, what's your biggest secret? What's the deepest, darkest secret? What's your biggest secret in the whole world? One of those. And if you're with, someone who's on their toes, someone who has previously committed to the bit, fun answers can get kind of tossed around. But boy, let me tell you, you can catch people off guard. I have actually famously had people tell me their secret. I don't know if this story is appropriate for the pod, but Petra and I were with a friend one time, and I was like, so what's your biggest secret? And he told us one of his friends' biggest secrets.
But the craziest thing is that there were 4 of us, and Kate asks the first person, who's one of our very good friends, Meredith, and she asks her and says, what's your deepest, darkest secret? And Meredith says something funny like, like
we posted on Instagram where it's like, what's a secret about you? And I was like, that I'm actually really pretty.
Yeah. And then she said something like, I'm actually 5'5". I'm not 5'6". Like I tell everyone. She didn't say that, but something along those lines. I said the thing that I said on Instagram. I have eczema. That's my go-to. Either that or I have toe thumbs, which I do. I will not be showing you today, but maybe someday I will. You know what? Actually, I will show you today.
It's on our OnlyFans.
With Will Arnett. So anyway,
you gotta pay to see those suckers.
you gotta pay to play.
Because boy did she suck those.
Those are weird looking things. That's how we get most of
Those
our
freaks of nature.
subscribers just come to see the toe thumbs because they don't believe it. So that's my thing that I say.
I didn't say that I run a fan account before because I was embarrassed, but I do run a fan account for Patreon.
Toe thumbs.
I do.
It's highly rated.
It's just every picture she's ever taken, and I zoom in on her weird thumbs.
It's like
because I love them.
It's called
I love them.
It's Feet Finder, but just Patreon's Thumb Finder.
And it has so many followers.
And honestly, I'm making most of my money off of that, and this is just a side gig.
This is just a hobby.
This is just to talk about it. Okay.
We're actually sponsored by Patreon Toe Thumbs. Anyway, Patreon says something dumb. Meredith says something dumb. I say something dumb. And this other person that we're with drops another person's secret. And we were all like, you aren't supposed to do that.
And that's not even the craziest part. The next week, another person in their friend group dropped the same secret during the same exercise.
I was like, guys, do I need to stop doing this bit? Like, stop telling me shit. Like, when I say what is your biggest secret during a quiet moment, don't actually fucking drop, breaking my jaw. It drops to the ground with your fucking secrets. So yeah, it's a risky bit.
Some would say that they were fully committed to that bit. They
there was no one in the world more committed to that bit than people who actually give their deepest, darkest secret, because holy shit.
That was crazy.
So that's one of my go-tos. Another one I do, and I only really do this to people that I know can, hip hop with it. And if they don't actually have children, I'll always just look at a friend, especially like, Petra and I would sometimes in college spend like 8 hours a day together, and we'd be driving with nothing left to say. And I just go, hey, how are the kids? Petra, how are the kids?
And if you're committed, you'll say, they're doing just great. Tommy just started to learn how to walk. I mean, 18's kind of a late age for that, but you got to start somewhere.
Is Kim still doing the biting thing? Is Kim got the
fully biting? Yeah, we still got the muzzle on her, but she is doing so much better with sounding out her R's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
when
cool.
Little Jimmy, my little Jim,
Mm-hmm.
he had that kind of weird thing with his incisors, so we just shaved those down. And no one, it's like literally not, it's like an improv exercise, if anything. It's like but the amount of times I've done it, but it's funny, now we're getting to an age where like we actually have friends with kids now, so I think if I said it to them, they would just like, give me their honest review on their
they're fine
behavior.
He's right here.
So yeah. Anyway, so on to Petra Bab. Here's the mic.
Oh, thank you. This feels good in my hand.
I
don't know why I said that. That was weird. Anyways, again, this is really more just promotion for the only Patreon thumbs, the Patreon thumb finder. This is not going very well for us, as you can see.
You go, what are we supposed to do on this podcast? What is this about? I fucking signed this deal, and now
okay.
I can't even hold the mic with these fucking thumbs.
They're so tiny.
Did you know Megan Fox has toe thumbs?
Obviously. She's like that's my only defense for it. No, they'd be like, ew, she's so gross. She's so gross and weird. And I'd go, Megan Fox has it? So basically, I'm Megan Fox. She's also a Taurus. Shout out Megan
So
Fox.
basically, I'm Megan Fox.
Basically, I'm Megan Fox. So please don't making fun of me. And that was my childhood.
Tell us your bits.
Okay.
Tell us your bits.
I got a couple. You do this one as well.
By all fucking means. Oh, so you took it from me. So you took a pic from me.
No, we both collectively do it. And I remember the first time that I did it to you. There was silence in the room, and we were in my kitchen. And it was going back to high school when I barely knew you, and we would do lunches together, and we'd come back to my house and do lunch. There's silence, and I look at you, and we did not know each other that well, and I like went in for a kiss. and you were like, whoa. But you're like, I knew how funny you were, and I knew that you would appreciate it. And then you back off, and I go, oh, sorry, I must have misread the room.
I have a video where we got kicked out of our high school library for being too loud, and it is genuinely like the second time I've ever hung out with you, and we're like walking down the hall like, whoa, you know, we got kicked out, and you lean in for a kiss in the video, and I go, get off me.
Again, I guess I must have misread that moment. I thought we were sharing a very sweet moment. I wanted to seal it with a kiss. Sue me.
This is one of those bits that Petra tried to kiss me years ago, and she is just so adamant that she was kidding.
No, guys, it really wasn't it. I'm joking. It was just a joke.
I did it because I thought you were funny. I did it because I thought you were funny. That I do it to everyone. I do it to. I'm going to talk about it on the podcast.
I've done it before you. I did it to everyone. Ask any of my friends. I could put them on speakerphone right now. I lost all of their numbers. Oh, darn.
Oh my god. And this is also God, all of these bits are like read the goddamn room, because you're gonna accidentally do that to one of your guy friends, and you're gonna end up on hooking up.
It needs to be with somebody who is like your best friend in such a platonic way that you have like, you know, that nothing would ever come.
Okay, you just friend zone the shit out of me.
Wait, did you not want that? Because
you go, wait, pause the podcast.
Pause the podcast.
You go, so you did want to kiss. It is so funny. We if you guys watched our little iMovie thing, which none of you liked, we threw it in there. Petra like trying to kiss me because boy does she like to do that.
I think it's so funny.
So funny.
I do it to other people too, obviously. And when there's like super silence.
I love when you say I read the room wrong. That always makes me laugh. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't okay. Sorry.
I thought you all were feeling that. Or like, if you want to do it in a more PC way, you could just like, okay, group hug, and like nobody goes in for the group hug. You could say, oh, sorry, I thought we were all feeling that.
You also always try to hold my hand.
Yeah,
you love that, like grabbing my hand, like, but jokingly. We also, you know, have happily held hands. I'm not a monster, but like you. For those just listening, Petra just indicated that I am a loveless monster.
Well, okay.
And that's always funny. You'll reach for my hand and you're like, sorry, I misread that moment. You know what I think would be so funny?
Go ahead, please.
This would get you fired. But if you like tickled a coworker, like tickle them, and you're like,
please do not do this to anyone.
You're like and they're like, why are you touching me? Like I thought we were having fun. I always have tickle fights.
Oh my gosh. That is so good.
building to a tickle fight with a coworker or
You go-
or a friend you just met at a party.
Team building. Again, these are all funny in theory. Do not do these. We cannot like endorse this. It's a funny thought, but do not do this.
Yeah. Obviously, Petra, I don't think people should hug or touch or kiss anybody that they're not with. But I think it would be so funny if you were at like a house party and you like met someone and instead of hugging them, you're like and like tickle them. Just the idea of it is making me laugh.
Like if you do have a significant other, you can also do this to them mid-fight. Like you guys are like so mad at each other. And then going for the kiss. And then they'll be like, what the hell? And you go, oh, I'm sorry. I must have misread the room. And start laughing.
Again, I cannot stop picturing it being a tickle fight. Like your boyfriend's like fully so mad at you.
You start
I
tickling.
have not been in a quote unquote tickle fight in years. So the fact that I cannot stop trying to get that into your bits.
Imagine they are steaming mad and you're just like, tickle. They're so angry. And then they break up with you. And then they fully break up with you, and everyone's like, why did you guys break up? And he like brings up the fight. He's like, well, this, that, or that. And then he goes, and to top it all off, she started tickling me. No one would believe him.
And I'm like,
they'd come and talk to you about it. You're like, that's crazy. That did not happen.
You're like literally weird. I haven't been in a tickle fight in years. Me. Okay. I haven't been in a tickle fight in years. That's my like defense.
That is funny.
All right, so that was one of your bits. Any others?
I have like a bunch, but we don't have to do them all. I feel like
I am sweating bullets right now. By the way, Jesus H Christ.
Okay, I think we can end that on that high note.
Hey,
let's go ahead and end on that high note.
Petra?
Yeah.
I love you.
Aw, do you mean it?
Not when you do that.
There go my shot.
I think we'll be friends forever. I'm committed to this friendship, that's for sure. And I look forward to.
Okay, so now you're friend zoning me.
Well,
I'm seeing a theme.
After that first time you tried to kiss me, I knew there was nothing.
I was kidding. I was kidding. You stupid. I was just kidding, you idiot.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say bitch. I was so excited. I wanted to hear a cuss word out of that mouth. All right. Another pod in the books. I would sing happy birthday, but it's not our birthday, so.
Should we sing happy birthday to them? Whoever's birthday it is today? Nah.
I posted on Instagram happy birthday to the boys with a picture of my two guys friends that are twins. But I was in a space with like really bad Wi-Fi and nothing uploaded. It was a black background and it just said happy birthday to the boys. I
saw that.
So I got so many DMs. People were like, what?
I saw that and I fully just saw it and I was like, this must be a bit. I'm not gonna ask questions.
Oh God, that was good. And people were like, that was so funny. And I was like, it sucks because I didn't even mean to do it. But
no, just take the credit. Take the credit. Be like, I know. I'm
like, yep, pretty good.
I'm the funniest person in the world.
SNL's calling. All right. Well, love you, girl.
Love you too.
Love you guys.
Love you all.
People. Love you, kids. Love you, listeners.
Love you, Will Arnett.
I was like, who's that? Yeah, Will Arnett.
Love you. Bye.
I hope we're sponsored by GMC.
Mm.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.